Hey guys, what's going on? It's Savage here, and today we are going to be talking about the ending of Spider-Man PS4, and I'm going to be breaking it down for you guys. So if you guys haven't played the game yet, that is a fair warning. It's called a spoiler warning, so click off the video right now if you don't want to continue watching this video. Click off if you don't want any spoilers for the end of the game, and click off if you just don't want overall everything spoiled for you. So leave right now. You had a chance. Let's do this. So after we defeat Otto, after we take him to prison, and of course, you know, we get the little teaser that he might break out. Of course he's going to break out. I feel like in the sequel he's going to break out. We're going to get a Otto Octavius return, but something that's not as big as this game. Or they could keep him for the trilogy if they want to make a third game, and they actually want to put him as the last villain that you fight in the third game. That would be pretty cool as well. Overall, they're just teasing that Otto will be coming back. And the big thing that happened with this ending was that Aunt May died. I think that is something that was so shocking. It was done well. I don't think it could have been done to the best of the ability, but I'll get to that in the review, whatever. I feel like this is something that they're doing just to say, yeah, we'll kill off whoever we want. We'll kill off whatever character we want. We'll keep whatever character we want. Because Aunt May is a character that has really never died, usually, in the comics. She never really stays dead like she's probably going to be in this game, which is crazy. I didn't expect that to happen. It was one of the most heart-wrenching moments in the entire game. But I think this just opens up the possibility of Insomniac letting anybody die, saying, yeah, you know, if Aunt May can die, anybody can die. Like, that's basically what they're saying here. I would feel like if Miles discovering his powers and revealing it to Peter, I feel like that could be some type of foreshadowing to what happened in the Ultimate Universe where Peter died, but at the same time, it could be set up to DLC that they haven't announced yet, and we could be getting some sort of DLC pack for Miles, or he could play a bigger part in the second game where you can play as him, or you could actually dual play with Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man and fight bad guys. That would be really, really cool. Or they could bring in some type of co-op mode for Miles. Either way, it feels like if they're going to be bringing back this story in this universe, they're going to bring back Miles as Spider-Man, or at least some version of Spider-Man that Peter Parker trained. That's a cool version. That's a really, really cool version. I know that he probably trained him in the Ultimate Universe as well. I'm not too familiar with Miles. I just know the basic stories. But of course, if he's going to be getting these powers, we're going to be seeing more of him. I also feel like since May died, I feel like they might bring in another Spider-Man character, which could be Gwen Stacy. I'm not like saying that's 100% true, but of course, if one major female dies, I feel like they might bring in another major female in this universe who probably hasn't died yet, which could be Gwen Stacy, and she could be going and interacting with Miles more than Peter, which could be a good way to bring in her character instead of just saying, yeah, it's Peter's girlfriend who might die. That could also allow you to let Gwen Stacy also die by the hands of Miles and show him what it takes to be a hero. Either way, there's so many possibilities that they can pull from the three endings, and we're not even done yet. We're not even done with the game yet. The final ending is Norman basically saying that he's going to be somehow using the symbiote to save Harry Osborn, which could mean that Harry Osborn could become Venom, or a version of Goblin Venom. See, if Norman is going to be using the Venom to be put into a medicine, that medicine could not be, it's probably not going to be good. We've already seen what Devil's Breath is. We've already seen what that does. So in this case, if Norman's trying to make a new type of medicine with the Venom symbiote, he could accidentally make a Venom Goblin in his son. That would be cool. That would be cool, fighting your friend who was transformed from his father. There are so many possibilities left open for the next game, which they've already said is probably going to happen. The Sony guy himself, the person basically who gave the money to Insomniac, who handed it to them, is saying, well, next game, wait a second. I want it now. Can you just give us the game now? We have to wait like another 3 to 4 years for this? Ah, crazy. All you guys are, Sony, please. But this Venom symbiote setup is huge. It is a massive thing. It's something that everybody was really looking forward to, but they didn't really know how they were going to introduce Venom. And the way they did it in this game, in this universe, is very clever, and it's just, of course, Norman using the symbiote to create some type of cure for his son. Now, if that's the case, that would be cool. I want to hear more about Venom's past. We know that Eddie Brock does exist in this universe based off of some of the Easter eggs that we've gotten, but we don't know if that's Eddie Brock in a tank. We don't know if that's his son. I doubt it's Harry. I feel like they would put more emphasis on Harry, but it feels like if it's Eddie Brock, they would put more emphasis on Eddie Brock as well. So we don't know who's in that tank. It could be Flash Thompson, it could be Eddie, it could be Harry. We don't know. But my guess right now is that it's Eddie being controlled by Norman to basically, use the symbiote in a certain way so he can actually make a medicine out of it. And that, they're going to use it and continue to use it as that source. They're not going to use it as, killing Spider-Man. Because, honestly, Norman doesn't really give a shit about Spider-Man in this game. But basically, those are the 3 endings, and that's what's going to be most likely happening in the sequel. I have a feeling that they're going to be doing most of this in the sequel, if not all of it. Otto, Aunt May dying, basically affecting the entire story. In terms of, who can die and who can't. Mary Jane can die now. That's a big possibility. Mary Jane can literally bite the dust. Same thing with Peter and same thing with Miles. Anybody can die now. This universe that they created is so massive and so different. It's really crazy what they've done here. And I'm really impressed at Insomniac for doing what they did, taking the chances that they did. And with the storytelling in this game, I'm glad they pulled some really crazy shit. I'm really happy that they did what they wanted to do and they weren't held down by some movie or Sony. I'm really happy that this was a crazy story, and I hope that we see more of this universe in the future. So thank you guys for watching. I know that this was I love making the ending explain videos, so keep giving us support, guys. You've been awesome. I'm going to be making way more videos in the future, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.